Hi guys and welcome back. 4 weeks ago we set out to give our son Alfred his very own room, and like most good projects it turned out a tiny bit bigger than we expected. But today we're finally putting the last touches in place and wrapping it all up. And if you're just tuning in, no worries, we'll start with a quick look back to show you everything we've done so far. Are you guys ready? Good, let's go.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within, calling. This heavy load got under your skin, hauling. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for a collision in the night. To really live you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, right. Moments pass, make this one count. Untie. You're so good at dragging yourself down. Why? Well, there ain't much time left to figure things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts. There's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair. Hell underwater, fine for air. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for a collision in the night. To really live you gotta die.
And it's wallpaper time! You're putting up the striped wallpaper inside Alfred's bed alcove.
Looks good, right?
It looks so good. Feels so good to get rid of all the...
Scruffiness?
Yes.
Agreed.
So
It's a very bedroomy pattern.
It is.
Wallpaper.
It
feels
is.
like the lining of a jacket or pajamas or something.
It's like pajamas, exactly. perfect
cute.
for Alfred. It's
nice.
very, very cute. And this is, we're doing the final touches in here. So we kind of realized that the wallpaper, we don't have any more wallpaper.
So the fair disclosure, we were planning on using scrap wallpaper that we
Yes.
had lying around.
Yes.
But we thought that this would cover all of these sides.
It didn't.
It didn't. And it barely got the third one.
Uh-oh.
But that's going to be covered by the mattress.
Ah, okay.
So that's not an issue.
Okay.
But then we have two short sides.
Okay, we have a few suggestions.
More scrap.
Yeah, that's another wallpaper.
That could work.
It's
Blue. It's blue.
it has some small dots on it. Works well with the color scheme.
It'd be like so.
Yeah. And on the other side.
Kinda
Otherwise,
cute.
huh?
Kind of cute.
It is cute.
I don't think we have enough though.
I have a full roll extra.
Aha.
I have some scraps.
Because this is
and a
more
full roll.
than one roll in width.
Almost, yeah, but you need two.
Exactly. So if we have more of this,
I have a whole roll.
it's either that or we just paint. You want to break out a roll for this? Or should we
It
just
depends. I mean, what are we going to use it for otherwise? Another scrap project.
paint? Yeah. But an entire roll we can use somewhere else, I guess.
I also have some other scraps, like William Morris scraps. It's also blue.
Or just paint.
What do you want to paint?
I'm just thinking, is he going to appreciate us breaking out a roll just for this? Or
No, he's a child. It's never thankful
reading
enough.
the wisdom, yes, sir?
Okay,
I mean, we're going to have shelves and lights and whatnot in
Okay.
any case.
okay.
So we'll take this and
Paint.
put on the short ends.
Yes. All right. Decision made. Let's do
It's
that.
final. Should we talk about the fact that we now have lights?
We have lights. You put them in.
We did.
They look really good. Now we have a lot of them. And I think you've already tilted them, right?
No,
No?
they are tiltable,
Yeah?
but I have not adjusted them for whatever thing on the wall that we'd like to highlight. But it's cute. So we have,
It's cute.
what is it, 6 of these?
Yes. 6
and
doubles.
Each of them has 2 spotlights in them. And then we have a separate one actually up in the
Den.
den. Exactly. So you can control that separately, which is nice.
And it's dimmable, of course, so you can kind of have a low light in there, so it's extra cozy,
Yes.
which is nice.
And
And
if you're interested in lighting principles, we have a lighting guide available on our Patreon site.
Perfect. We're pretty good at lights. We like lights. That's why we're good at. And I'm also working close to the ceiling because I'm making a decorative, like a band close to the ceiling, and it's going to be like a yellow. It's not a scalloped edge. It has more edges to it. So this is the template I'm using. I put it like that and like that, and I'm going to paint it with a pencil.
Not a pencil.
A
brush.
Brush. In Swedish, this is called pencil.
So that pattern is going to give off sort of a medieval castle-ish vibe.
Yeah, it is.
Which is perfectly okay and fun for a boys' room.
Yeah.
For someone who's 5.
It's perfect. I think that's going to be a nice detail. So I painted the whole border along the ceiling and wall. It looks like this. And now Carl is also painting. It feels like the painting is like never ending. painting windows.
Feels like it never ends because it actually never ends.
Mm.
You paint once, twice, 3 times, and then as long as you're painting over dark colors, you gotta paint perhaps a 4th time, and so on and so forth. Even though if you use primer, or don't use primer, or whatever you do, it's a never-ending process.
What are you doing up there?
Right. Putting up a mattress.
Yay!
Is that a milestone or what?
It is. It is.
Dum-da-da.
Have to do something fun, not just painting.
Oh boy, that's a snug and nice fit. Professionals at work.
Yay!
Holy moly.
Do you want a sheet up there?
Wow.
Thursday, and we're trying to finish Alfred's room before the weekend. And Carl is... What are you doing?
I'm trying to finish his room before the weekend.
Yeah!
Because this weekend we have our first Skebo Friends meetup for those who want to.
We're doing some gardening.
We're doing some gardening work.
With some volunteers coming.
For those who like gardening, they are more than welcome to join. And that's on Saturday, which is usually a day of production and filming because we air our episodes on Sundays. But not this weekend.
Not this weekend. I need to get Walter because he's crying. It's also part of Thursday nights. Renovation, family.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Hi guys, we're back in Alfred's room and we are coming to a close on actually finalizing the project, which feels great.
Yeah, we're starting to decorate the walls. I mean, we're done on this side with the bed and the desk area.
That
Looking
side.
really, really nice. So we have this wall that is a bit blend at the moment. I don't like walls not being covered with anything. So we found a few things that we should hang here.
Should we say it's a special kind of wall because it's kinked.
It
has
is.
an angle to it, so it's not a flat wall.
No, and it's the idea is to use these kind of narrow shelves for I think they're for like pictures, a picture thingy. And I had the idea that we should put one over here and one going that direction. But here's the kink issue. And please, Carl, could you cut these into an angle?
Yeah. So we're gonna essentially miter these two so that they fit the angle of the wall. And I have a tool to take out that angle, looking like this.
Okay, that looks like a
Crossbow.
Yep.
Exactly. So we'll just put that against the wall. I can lock in the angle, and I can take this to the miter saw, and I can cut both of these shelves, and they should fit. So I will do that.
And we have these pictures. I think we could hang these pretty high. Maybe over here and over on that side. And I found a mirror out in one of the wings where we have all the excess furniture and stuff. And I thought this could go well on this side because this is where the bathroom is. So this is where you would probably brush your teeth and have a look in the mirror at the same time.
And we would put that mirror at the height fitting for Alfred.
Exactly.
Obviously.
That's gonna look nice. And we have a little idea. Like the idea with the shelves is that you could, I mean, Alfred, he's a big car lover. So he likes running.
That'll be a phone.
Yeah, it's your mom from the kitchen. Okay, we're back. So he's gonna play probably with cars on these shelves, and I had an idea to use a magnetic knife holder to kind of park his metal small cars. So that's a little trick. They could.
Right. So we'll attach those knife holders to the wall.
Yeah.
And he could just place his cars on that same holder and make it playful storage.
Yes. I think that's a fun idea.
You're a genius. How's it going?
The initial idea was to use this magnetic knife holder to fit his metal cars. Yeah, not really working because it's plastic. I thought this was metal.
Whatever happened to the good old-fashioned cars made entirely out of metal?
I thought this was metal at least. Nothing sticks. Okay,
there's probably someone out there slapping their face, face palming, saying, "You guys have no clue." You're right. We have no clue. We know a lot of stuff. We cannot explain this.
Please stick. Yeah. Okay. Let's scratch that idea. But I have an idea for all of Alfred's little stone. He has a little stone collection. We put a small little shelf over here with tiny, tiny little these little nooks. So I think that's perfect for a stone collection or just tiny little toys. basically.
I guess we're done.
We have some minor details that would still
Always
need
some
to be-
minor details.
Always.
Some baseboards, some trim,
Yeah,
Yeah.
electric
the usual stuff.
But we've done a huge transformation from this being the kids' playroom to now being Alfred's playroom and bedroom.
Yeah.
So we created this really lovely bed and den, and you can see that the den is working
Perfectly.
perfectly. The kids are up there having fun, giggling, diddly. And we made this lovely desk area, and here's a wardrobe for Alfred. So we have some storage there, which is really nice. We finished off this wall with some nice paintings or the photos.
And the name,
Pictures.
of the game again was to utilize the space as best we could. It's a small room. It's not an original room. It's not a permanent room.
No,
It's going to last for 4 years, maybe, give or take.
who knows?
So we utilized what we had. We utilized some paint that we had. We utilized some material that we had, some cabinets that we had laying around. We repurposed the desk. So we did it on a budget.
We did.
Job well done.
Woohoo! Good job.
On to the next one, which is essentially, aside from all of the outside
We're
projects.
doing gardening now
We're
for
doing gardening.
3 months.
Probably, yeah. And then we have a daughter, Isabella, who's longing for her room
Of course.
to be revamped.
Yes.
And we'll revisit that as well. But for now, gardening. See ya.